Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, niños y niñas, tiny humans around the multiverse, welcome to show number 1 of Gary Lamb's Main Event Mania. I'm going to tell you something, brothers and sisters. We started off on a tough note. We broke the rules already. Show 1. We're not up to code on YouTube, but that's okay. We're rolling live on Instagram. We're gonna keep fighting. I'm recording on YouTube, so if you're looking at my YouTube, I'm recording. I'll post it later. First show number 1. First of all, I want to say thank you so much, girl and 2 kittens. Hey. Thank you so much, and in fact, happy birthday! We are going to talk about the show East Bay Pro Wrestling. Woo! Celebrating your birthday. Thank you so much for showing up. Sorry about the delay. We were supposed to be on YouTube, but we're multicasting. I'm recording for YouTube. I'm gonna post it. In fact, I'm Gary Lamm from Gary Lamb's Main Event Mania. That's who I am. Had some technical difficulties to start off. But we are going to start the show and have some fun. We're going to talk about East Bay Pro Wrestling. Woo! We're going to talk some 49ers. Big win yesterday. Deebo Samuel's a little bit banged up, out for 2 weeks with a growing injury. 1 or 2 weeks. He's going to miss Seattle at least. We're going to talk about technical difficulties because, hey, you know what? Technical difficulties is okay because when you're a little bit hurt, you gotta get back and get to work, So anyway, yeah. And we're gonna talk about fans gone wild. We don't want fans going wild. We want to enjoy, okay? So let's get the show started. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Happy holiday season. You're stuffed with turkeys. That's good. I'm gonna stuff you with love. I'm gonna stuff you with the wrestling community. Again, thank you so much for showing up. Let's get the show on the road and talk about East Bay Pro Wrestling. And another thing, too. Question for you guys. And if you want to call in and check it out. When should you start celebrating Christmas? When should you be in the Christmas spirit? I think you should be in the Christmas spirit all year long. Not everyone thinks the same way. All right? So, but you know what? Thanksgiving, I like Christmas songs, sometimes in the middle of the year. I thank God for giving us good days. All right, let's talk about East Bay Pro Wrestling. Woo! First of all, I've seen this promotion a couple of times. Gone all the way to the East Bay. It's worth the drive. If you have a family, $20 for front row tickets, $15 general admission, $10 for kids. Hey, that's a good price if you have a family. Really cool. It's a family environment. The promoter seems to keep that in mind. There's minimal swearing. Hey, things can get out of hand. No, they really don't get out of hand. There's fan interaction. The wrestling's hard hitting. It makes sense. I'll talk about the event more specifically, but it's a nice place to bring a family. There's hot dogs outside for a reasonable price, maybe $7 to $10 to get a hot dog. I drive home in the evening, so I get a Red Bull, $3 for a Red Bull. That's great, $1 for a soda, and you can't beat that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I do want to thank all the talent who gave me interviews. Special thank you. Took time. You can see those on Instagram. Gary Lamb's Main Event Mania on Instagram and Facebook. And they're on YouTube on my channel. So check it out. Like, subscribe, what have you. Or not. You can just check it out later on YouTube. I'm multicast. So I'm looking this way. I'm looking at Instagram. Looking this way, looking at YouTube. For some reason, I cannot go live. I can't go live action. So I'm just going to record it. Broadcasting, I'm just going to be thankful for what I got. It's the spirit of Thanksgiving. So I'm just going to be thankful, And excuse me for being late. There's no excuses. But check this out. It just didn't work out. This is show number 1. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be fun. Oh, yeah. That's what I promise. Rule number 1, have fun. Rule number 2, show some respect to everyone. It's not just for kids, but you know what? I work with kids. And I don't want no kids growing up to be breaking my windows, you know, my car windows, or, you know, getting out of control. I want it to be real, but keep it clean. Keep it real, keep it clean. Got it? Keep it real, clean. Real, clean. All good. All right. And again, if anyone wants, I don't even know how this works. I don't know how Instagram Rook works. If you're trying to join, I'm gonna wait a little bit to give some more people a chance to join. If not, you know what? I'm still. Hey, Baker Bro is joined. Thank you so much, Baker Bro. Just telling everybody, YouTube didn't work out for some reason. I'm ineligible. I'm already breaking the rules. Rules and bones are made to be broken. But we're gonna talk a little bit more about fans and what's the line. I love interacting at events. I love to have fun over there. Let me wave at you, holla at you. Hopefully I waved at you, Baker Bro. I really appreciate you guys showing up. Sorry for being late again. Technical difficulties, but we're multicasting. Instagram here. You can check out the show on YouTube here. So if it looks different, one's long screen, one's sideways. Sometimes it goes sideways, but you know what? You gotta ride the wave, baby. Ride the wave, and that is where the best surfing happens, baby. On the best waves. All right. So I'm gonna get into it again. Thank you. We're getting to East Bay Pro Wrestling again. I recommend it. I want to talk about the talent. If you want a hard-hitting show, family-friendly, wrestling makes sense. There's some flips, there's some things like that, but it's mostly just pounding, hard-hitting action. It's a storyline that makes sense from beginning to end. Again, thank you again to the talent that gave me interviews. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna start out right away. Opening show right away, hard-hitting. You got this gentleman named Sanders. He's part of a group called the Evolution. He comes out there, heel, 6'6". He looks huge, nice built, really nice guy, but he's a heel. He comes off as a guy, Sanders, the necessary evil. You see, I think he was a face. He's kind of come to the conclusion he has to be a little naughty to get what he needs. He went and gets another guy. The face was Victor Von Richter. Another big guy. Man, these guys were just thumping. Boom, boom, boom. It was real wrestling. They looked like a tough young guy, but grown men in there. Hard-hitting action. I got to sit in front row. I paid for front row tickets, and you could hear the thump of the guys crashing against each other. They fought, and it looked real. It really set up the whole event with that thumping. The two big guys. Sometimes, having the big guys. Remember, I just want to get this clear. I'm not telling anyone how to promote. That's not my job. I'm not telling how to wrestle. I hurt my back, trying on shoes at Costco the other day. I'm not an athlete. I'm trying to wave at somebody. But I'm talking about it from a fan's perspective. I've liked wrestling since I was a little kid. I was a Hulkamaniac. Macho man is, oh yeah, I'm the Rock. So that's where I'm coming from. When I spend my money on sporting events, I want to spend it wisely. I want to give a straight shot to the people who I'm recommending things to, but I also want to keep it clean. All right, I want to keep it clean, and I don't want to put anyone down. People are performing for me. I don't know your knowledge, but I'm kind of from my perspective. And if you want to hit me up to how why you're doing things, hey, let me know. I want knowledge, but I want to give you my perspective. This I like the way it opened up. Pro wrestling, woo! Sanders and Victor Von Richter, they were just popping each other, slamming around. Victor Von Richter's dressed in a Dragon Ball Z. He's got a bigger, heftier guy. So I like the way it ended. There was a little bit of I call this a slobber knocker, smack talking. It ended, so these I think you need, the promoter must know he needs both of these guys. There was shenanigans, a backward kick to the groin, choke slam to the big guy. Both guys look strong. Thank you, Sanders, for taking your time to do an interview. I think he's 6'6". The man is tall. He's standing next to me. I'm about 5'9". He just looks great. The guy's going somewhere. He's part of a group called Evolution. He seems like the leader of that group is Serza. I'll talk about him later. Man, one of my favorite heels. But this guy seems like he seems like he's trying to. He had to hang out with Souza. He has to be part of that group. But it's not something he wants to do. He seems like he got something ticking. It seems like there's something going with this guy. He seems like a smart young man. He's kind of the necessary evil. It's kind of telling you something. He's got to do this. He's got to do this to come up in some way. I think it's kind of a deep storyline, but you can get it, within the few hours of the show. So there was some fan interference. I mean, not fan interference. There was how did it end? Yeah, it ended with a choke slam. There was some interference with Evolution. And another thing I like about this show, it's clear who's a babyface and who is the heel. So that's you know who to cheer for. So I'm a guy who likes heels, but the healing in this show was really good because they made you do things you have to cheer for the babyface, right? But on that note, match number 2, it was 2 babyfaces. There's a gentleman called Joe Burr. He comes out. I don't know if you guys remember, like Owen Hart in the caution uniform, and he had that with the black and the yellow trim, and he has caution tape on him, and he comes out like, everybody's working for the weekend. Real nice guy. Thank you, Joe Burr, for doing an interview. It's Joe Burr for Jobber. A cool guy. But you got another, he's, kind of dad bod. Really cool guy. Kind of a nerdish but hard-working character. Just like a guy, you want to cheer for this guy. He's working hard. He can wrestle. There's some good wrestling here. It was interesting to me because when I first saw this match, okay, you got to cheer. I think the other guy, Bryson Andrews, smaller guy, quick guy, the wild card, lots of energy. He comes out with a lot of energy. Then Joe Burr comes out like, who do I cheer for? What's going on with this? I wasn't expecting that. It was face versus face. Like, what's going on? And of course there's a reason for it. These guys have a good match. It's a quicker match. There's some nice wrestling. Handshake, the face match. Like, what's going on? And of course what happens, Evolution comes out. Souza, Yellow Boots, and I think Sanders come out. They came out and just smashed him. They took care of that match. They smashed it and beat him up. And then it turns out that Joe Burr is injured by Souza, right? Which leads to, and I'm like, okay, how are you gonna get out of this? So of course there's a babyface match. Now it sets up for the next match. It sets up for I don't want to give you all the spoilers. You have to be there. You have to pay to see the matches. But I went. There's a line that there's a thread that goes all the way through, which I really appreciated. So the next match was after Joe Burr and Bryson Andrews. Thank you again, Joe Burr. The 2-face match. The heel group comes out, and they said, and it's Souza and Yellow Boots. Let me see here. It's Cliff Hendricks, I believe. And I really like Souza. Souza's just a legit heel. He does all the slimy stuff. He had Yellow Boots. In fact, let me get the other competitors. Of course, I know them. It's NPR, money, power, respect. It's Fabuloso. Wait, let me get everyone's name right. It's NPR. It's Marco Mania. It's Fabuloso Fabricio and El Pollo Del Mar. They come out. They are just a sight to behold. Okay. Let me. So it's for the tag team titles. Sirs and Yellow Boots. They come out and challenge the champions. This was the I call it the co-main event because it was right before the intermission. Sirs and Yellow Boots are out there. And you got, I'm gonna describe the teams. These teams are top notch. I think I don't know how long Yellow Boots and Sirs are gonna be together. I think Sirs was a former champion of East Bay Pro. I think this guy's going. I love this guy as a heel. One of my favorites. So you got Souza. He seems like the lead. He's a leader of Evolution. You got Yellow Boots just comes off as a baby face. He does the flips. He's quick. He just he seems like a really nice guy. And Souza's a nice guy too. But so it's like Souza's gonna do the all the shenanigans. And it's a nice it's an interesting combo. It doesn't seem like you know, I'll give it for instance. But let me I'll give you for instance where Yellow Boots does a cool. They go off the ropes to the flip, and Sergio looks like he's gonna do it again. He's gonna do the same thing. Instead of that, he'll do a stomp. You know, there's like the total heel. Like you want to see some action. Sergio's just like, you're not gonna get my action, and he sends Yellow Boots out to get a bottle of water. Sergio just drinks it. I love this guy. He just totally in touch with the crowd, and then he pours it on his opponent. And you know, this guy just he reminds me of not I would say he's like Hogan or Ric Flair, but the guys who can hear the crowd, like Hogan can just see a sign in the audience and just pick it out and just talk, like, you know, like those kind of you know, the CM Punks, the guys who are very in touch. He'll have a conversation with you right in the match, and it really works with Yellow Boots because Yellow Boots can do all these cool moves, but Sergio will just bring it back to heel. So it's just like it makes an exciting combination. Thank you very much, Baker Bro. Dusty Rhodes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, I missed your comment. Yeah. I'm not used to. This is the first time I go on Instagram Live. Yeah. For Joe Burr, but Joe Burr, he's it's like Joe Burr. So it's like he's gonna lose every time, but come with a positive attitude. So I want to get to that. I have an interview. Check it out on Gary Lamm Main Event Mania. I think you already have. But he's a hardworking man, Joe Burr. But and I think Sir's already been champion. I think he's Yellow Boots. I think he has a future as a face. But him and Sanders they're kind of beguiled by Serzo, who just has like these guys are Sanders and Yellow Boots. They're good guys, but Serzo has them tricked because, like, hey, sometimes, you know, when you do things right, the straight and narrow doesn't always work out, and Serzo kind of you know has them under a spell, and it's working out for them because they're, you know, Serzo, you know. It's a really good group. It's a good group to a whole. When they're together, they're a force. But I gotta get to NPR. Money, power, respect. It's and their manager El Pollo Del Mar. It's Marco Mania and Fabuloso Fabricio. They're about I don't know, 6 foot, but they are built like wrestlers. They wear the siglets. They are built like heavy machinery almost. I don't know their background. I don't know enough to know about wrestling, but they look like wrestlers. They wrestle like wrestlers. A lot of character. And their manager El Pollo Del Mar. She is with heels. She's not as stout as her tag team, but she's a sight to behold. She got the makeup. She's got the hair. And when she stands up, Sanders came out and interfered in the match. She was as tall as him. She slapped him. So anyway, sorry about the technical difficulties. Had to make things happen. But definitely a sight. They do wrestling moves. You got this thing where Fabrizio goes. He goes like the sexy. She's really sweaty. He was a heel. That team was a heel team. And they came out and now they're popular. They worked hard and they became baby faces. But sexy shoulders, and they go sexy shoulders. They are a sight to behold. Watch out for NPR, Money, Power, Respect. They are worth going to see anywhere you see them. Okay. And in that match, I think Sanders came out to interfere. It was a really good match. It was a total. You had the personalities and wrestling of Marco, another guy. That guy's a really cool guy. Marco Mania, similar. Just these guys are athletic and stout, and they're about a little bit taller than me. About 5. I'm 5'9". They're maybe a 6 foot range. I don't know, 5'10" to 6'2". Who knows? And their manager's huge. They're just a sight to behold. All of them have personality. And Serza's just a dirty heel. Like those guys are kind of on the edge. NPR on the edge, but Serza pulls it off, in my opinion, because he does all the slimy stuff to make you have to cheer against him, and it lets Yellow Boots do all some cool moves. You're entertained by Yellow Boots. He's like the dynamite, and Serza just brings it down to the gutter. So it's a nice combo. So it's like you have all this athleticism, and you have he's hard not to like. To be honest with you, he's hard not to like, but Serza kind of brings it down, and it's just like that feel of, okay, man, they're working with him. So really good match. And it's hard to. I liked what I don't know. I like the game plan of this promotion where who's gonna lose? Who's gonna hurt you? No. So what happens is Sanders comes out, the big tall guy. This brother, and then some other shenanigans happens, and of course, who comes out? Joe Burr and Andrews, and they kind of they schmoz it up, and the Evolution gets distracted. But it sets up, and NPR retains. And thank you so much, Marco Mania, Fabuloso Fabricio, and El Pil Del Mar. You did an interview with me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's on. I didn't know what I was doing, so I have it like this. So it's kind of, it's not a long ways. I'm new to this game, but they did a great interview. I'm really happy. You could see their personalities. Just from maybe about 30 seconds, you can see these guys got personality for days. And they talked about being the best tag team in California. They, in my opinion, they fit it. I don't know skill level. That's not, it's out of my lane. But as a fan, I want to see these guys, and I want to see them. I really hope that this team, Marco Mania, Fabuloso Fabricio, and El Polo Del Mar, as a trio, they stay together. It's just a sight to behold. And I think they look like they have a wrestling background. I don't know what it is. To me, from a novice or someone just watching this, they look like they know how to amateur wrestling, some kind of fighting background. There's a lot of athleticism on top of stout side, that Kurt Angle kind of build. And I really enjoy them. But there was a nice thread from the beginning of the mat. You have Sanders out there. There's drama. And then you come out there, Joe Burr and was it Bryson Andrews? They get stopped by Evolution like they're just a bunch of jabronis. They said heck no. When the opportunity came with outside interference, they came in. So what happens is Joe Burr gets injured. He has a messed up leg. He's on crutches. I have that interview. Now he's got beef with Serza. So you have things go together. So it's set up. So man, I want to see maybe Joe Burr go against Serza. So that was really nice. I really appreciate how they went together. That was the first half, and that's where I just want to. There's So I really had a good time. 3 matches to start. It was just all hard hitting, all just good matches. There was some wrestling. It wasn't too much. I don't want to put down any other promotions, but there's an interaction with the fans, but it's nice banter. I think the promoter, he goes out of his way to tell the guys that there's not going to be any shenanigans. We don't want to push it too far. They're careful not to swear. Sexy shoulders. All right, I hear Baker Bro. Thank you very much. Yes, sexy shoulder. Are you going to the AEW and 49ers? If so, I'm down to join the talk. I'm gonna go to the 49ers. I just want to get through this because I want to get through the this card. I want to say a special thank you to my buddy Jordan Blue. Jordan Blue. There was no women wrestling on the card tonight. You got to check out Jordan Blue. She was nice enough to do an interview with me. I think she's going to be the next a really big rising star throughout California. Just her look, her personality, the way she is with kids, the way she is with men. She's just she carries herself in a way. She carries herself like a champion. The PSG Women's Champion. She carries herself that way. For someone who just started, her matches are really nice. She talked about her rivalry with Mia Garcia or Mia Sweets, Aaliyah Mia Sweets, and Kimberly Diamond. That is a rivalry you got to watch. I love watching all those women. But thank you, Jordan Blue, for always being kind. She's really great to kids, really great to me. That is someone you want to watch out for. Check her out. Check out her Instagram. I am Jordan Blue. That girl is sharp. She knows how to handle people, and she's really getting better in the ring. I just really appreciate her a lot. That's someone who gave me another person who gave me an interview. And we will get to AEW, and I gotta tell you something. The reason why I'm doing this 8 o'clock, because Raw has not been watchable. So I'm gonna get with you. Baker. Sexy shoulders. All right. And I want to thank Arsenal. I want to thank Arsenal, Lucha Soldier, for giving me an interview as well. This was match number 4. I do want to talk about, like I said, the concessions. There's hot dogs outside by, I think it's Black Oaks. Sorry if I'm getting that wrong. Black Oaks hot dogs. I don't know. Reasonable price. The concessions are cheap. They're not, there's nothing outrageously special. You get some corn nuts, some Doritos or whatever, Red Bull, some 7-Up, whatever you want. But it's like going to like a kid's softball game for the inside concessions, but they have professional hot dogs outside. If you have kids or you don't want to spend a bunch of money, I definitely would recommend a trip out there. So I want to talk about Arsenal and the Enforcer. Now, I talked about hard hitting. These were 2 luchadors out there. There was the flips. There was the modern style. Let's see what notes here. And I want to talk about. I'm gonna get it. The manager of. Excuse me a second. Sorry about that. Hey, I didn't do my homework. I was busy changing lives. Let's see who we want to get out here. I just want to get names right so I can give credit to these guys. Yeah, Lucha Soldier and it's Lucha Soldier Arseny versus Paulie Bordone. So I want to say something cool about Arsenal, the Lucha Soldier, and I won't go to. I know I don't want to go too deep into these matches, but there was a fan who missed a high five. He turned away, and at the beginning he's Arsenal's getting introduced. He comes down to my side, and a fan missed a high five. And he turns his back, and Arsenal, the Lucha Soldier, made an effort. He stopped, and he got someone else to get his attention, so he give that fan a high five. I'm like, that's cool. You don't get that at these big events. There's just some people are just nice enough to do that. And you're sitting right in front. I can't emphasize how cool this show was. It's an intimate show, which means there's got to be there's no railing, so there's got to be an element of safety, and they do a good job of keeping you close to the action, but keeping you feeling safe. So I just want to say I really just appreciate that about this particular promotion. I really like this. I really like Paulie Gorbone. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. He's a manager you got to watch out for. Causes a lot of distractions. So the finish was a Rey Mysterio roll up. Just I like the way this you got the big guys starting it off. Like I like the way it worked out, where you got the bigger guys starting it off, and then it contrasts right away with the luchador, that kind of style. So it's like you don't have these guys slowing it down. You have this super fast pace, and then the big guys, it kind of messes them up. You don't want these big heavies just moving around after this fast pace, because you're not ready for it. Your body can't take it. Your mind's already going fast, and I got to slow down. In my opinion, I like the way that was set up. I like the way this card was set up, where the big guys got the boom. You are primed for power wrestling, and a nice, I call it, co-main event, and then you got the luchadors moving and grooving, with a nice manager out there interference. It's a good show. You can follow it. Would set us up for Arsenal. I think this guy's gonna get a big push. Thank you so much, Lucha Soldier. It was a modern style, and the power thumping. In my opinion, I liked it all. So there's room for everything here, but I think the card was set up so the performers had a chance to succeed. I was never bored. It wasn't like I really liked. I just want to say, I really liked the way the card was set up. I'm not a promoter. I'm just a fan. The way I experienced it, I got to see some hard hitting stuff, and then I got to see some action. I got to see some, the frantic pace. You can't go backwards. You can't say I don't like. There's room for every kind of style, all kinds of different shapes and sizes. Excellent job by Enforcer and Arsenal. Thank you so much for the interview, Arsenal. I think Max Williams was there. Alton Story, I think it's the voice of AEW Maynard. I don't want to say anything because you're the boss. Who cares about that? I'm rebellious. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much. Your team did a good job. Oh, I want to thank Rick Luxury, a veteran. I've seen him before at AEW events. Rick Luxury did an interview. I think he's a head trainer. That guy can. I didn't even ask him. I gave him the stuff and start cutting a promo. And you can see it'd be nice if wrestlers know how to talk. I missed that. I like the smack talking, So it was pretty good. Oh, which is gonna get us to the main event of the evening. All right, now there's a lot of things I liked about this. I just want to check my notes a little bit here, and here we go. It was Robert Taylor, champion, East Bay Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Robert Taylor versus Mr. Downtown Dylan Cruz. Robert Taylor seems like a veteran. These guys have good chemistry together. So it's Mr. Opportunity, Robert Taylor. Thank you for taking a picture with me. Mr. Downtown, he was definitely the heel. He has a show called The Downtown Lounge. Another great interview. Mr. Downtown Dylan Cruz. A really interesting cat. I want to talk about it. He has a show called The Downtown Lounge where they're basically in a club, and he has a manager, Cisco. When he comes out, he has a velvet rope. So he gets in with a velvet rope. Real interesting character. You can already hate this guy. He comes off as a total jerk, right? And you know who the bait, because it makes it easier for who to cheer for. I like the heels, but when you start doing when you're doing some negative things, it's like, okay, you know who to cheer for, right? It makes it easy for you. So he did a great job, just making him just being real above everybody, and then he knows how to handle the heat. People yelling at him, he'll say to him, he'll say something back. I really appreciate it from the Gaslamp District. Really cool. I really enjoyed. I don't want to go into their match too much, but they had a great match. I do want to go. I don't want to say a very important point of why I like the whole show and the whole wrestling company. But I just I want to say something awesome about this show. This whole show was to celebrate somebody's birthday. This was a birthday party for someone. So it was for Emily Wu. This was her birthday. So a whole show to celebrate someone's birthday. And this guy, Dylan Cruz, he gives her a raspberry. So it just generates heat. He's already the bad guy. You know who to cheer for. And I do want to say something about this match. Early in the match, the hero, the champion, Robert Taylor, has a knee injury. All right? And it made sense. Hey there. Happy birthday. He hurts his knee an off move. So what does the heel do? He goes after the knee. And then to make it to be more heel, Robert Taylor's towards a corner. Well, his manager it makes sense that he's down. He gets pulled into the corner like the old Bret Hart, but he's backwards. He's supine. He's on his stomach, and while the Dylan Cruz is causing distraction, and the hero Robert Taylor's getting beat up, and then the distraction is going on for a long time, and Cisco's giving him the business, And then, of course, Dylan Cruz gets in the corner, gives him the steel post sharpshooter, right? And then, he takes care of his business. So I can't even remember the original finish because I was so he gives him a finishing move and he takes the champion down 1, 2, 3. Dylan Cruz hands his raised and I was shocked. I'm like, whoa! How I was happy. I was like, wow, the heel finally got the win, right? And you hear the music, Mr. Downtown, Mr. And then I'm gonna critique this. And okay, here we go. We're reconnecting here. Hey, we're back on Instagram. We're recording on YouTube. But I do want to say, okay, so Dylan Cruz has his hand raised, and out comes Commissioner Rick Luxury. I guess I would call him the Commissioner, like the Jack Tunney or the Mick Foley was back in the day. He came out and he said no. Oh, there was a foot on the rope. There was a foot on the rope. There was a pinfall, foot on the rope. But the referee didn't see it, right? So anyway, Rick Ledger comes out. He calls it out, and he's like, there's no the music's playing. You got to give the title back, right? Meanwhile, which I hate any kind of movie where it's like, oh, the person dies and they come back to life. But so Rick Luxury said, hey, did anyone see it? He asked the birthday, goes, yeah, I saw it. His foot was on the rope. The referee asked the kid, and you know what? When it's your birthday, I'm going to let you get away with it, Emily Wu. I'm going to let you get away with that because it's your birthday. I don't like that, but it worked because you can't have... They're building stars over here. They know what they're doing. No one looked weak. So, of course, Dylan Cruz is furious. The champion's knee is still messed up. He had an injured knee. The heel went for it. He has him in the sharpshooter. He gets the pin. Crowd's like, what's going on? Commissioner comes out. They ask the birthday girl what happened. Foot's on the ropes. Taylor's foot was on the ropes. It was the right call, but come on, the ref didn't see it. But it's like, it's your birthday. You get special treatment, right? Of course. Well, Dylan's upset. Mr. Downtown goes back to the knee. He went back to get the knee on YouTube. Get the knee. Back to the knee. All right? Because he had him in the figure 4. He worked on it right after the sharpshooter on the post. But of course, he goes for the sharpshooter. He goes back to the figure 4, and of course, the roll up 1, 2, 3 retains. Mr. Opportunity. Robert Taylor's still champion. Dylan Cruz is furious. The fans go home happy. It was a nice show. It made sense. I do not like, in the movies where, this person died, we're gonna bring him back to life. I don't like in wrestling where the commissioner changes it. But it worked. I liked it. I had a good time, and it made I think Robert Taylor just got the title. So he needs to keep that belt. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm playing amateur booker. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I am. But I'm just telling you how it is from a fan's perspective. I liked it. It made sense throughout the whole show. The first half was its own deal. Second half, I think Arsenal's kind of set up for a shot at the belt, or I don't know. But they're showcasing his talent. All shapes and sizes. You got big guys. You got little guys. Two critiques was, one was the ending, but I liked it, man. It's named after Emily Wu. Woo! When it's your birthday, I guess you get to call it like you see it. You're right there. So it was great. So that's cool. You have a wrestling program. Instead of going bowling or to Chuck E. Cheese, you go watch wrestling. And I'm down with that. I like wrestling. So this is the kind of show you could bring your kid to. I remember watching even Raw as a kid. And they're like, man, I don't want my mom to see this. There's nothing like that here. It's tough. It's physical. But it's a show you can bring your kids to. I do want to, like I said, Dylan Cruz, thank you very much for the interview. The other critique was, and I can see why you didn't do it. There was no women's wrestling. I love seeing Jordan Blue. She packs the house. I love it, and I really like. There's a couple of women I see a lot. Kimberly Diamond. She just comes off as a I don't know, not Alexa Bliss, but way deeper than that. Just okay. I'm waiting for Instagram to come back on. Oh, what happened here? Let's reconnect. Let's just reconnect. Hey, we're back. We're back online. Hey, and I'm a fan of women's wrestling. It's real wrestling. I talked about Jordan Blue. She's my favorite. Just a sneaky athlete. Just as athleticism, you don't really just really good, a great, tremendous charisma. Just walks around charisma. You can see my interview with her. Just knows how to deal with people. I would say she's Kimberly Diamond, very dark. Just what's that character? Like an evil Harley Quinn kind of character, but just deeper than that. She's her own like Joker. Just really that kind of character. And there's another woman I see a lot is Aaliyah Sweet. She used to come out with the song Candy Girl, and she has those peppermint candies that are white and red. She has a hat on. She just had Candy Girl, oh my world, and just she throws out the candies, the ones you get at the restaurant, and her and Jordan Blue, Kimberly Diamond, and Aaliyah Mia Sweets. They have an awesome rivalry. I think there needs to be more women on the card. I understand you just gave Jordan Blue the belt, the PHG Women's Champion Jordan Blue. I think that woman's going places. I understand why you'd want to give her the belt, and you don't want you want to keep them clean. You don't want Kimberly Diamond to have too many losses. So if there so you want to protect them, but it's nice to have them on the card. I cannot. When these women when Jordan Blue wrestles, everyone's into it, right? And Kimberly does a great job. I've seen Jordan Blue against Sandra Moon out on West Coast Pro. Everyone's into her matches. She just has something about her. So that's a person you got to watch. I love what I've in that company in East Bay Pro. I've seen Mia Sweet. She just has something about her. She's just real sweet, over the top sweet. So it's hard to know. They're doing a good job because Mia's so sweet, but she you got Jordan Blue as your face. You got Kimberly Diamond, the top heel. She's just mean. She knows. She always does this thing where oh, you have a pretty face. I'll fix that. So it's like, oh no, she's gonna kill Jordan. So you can't have that over and over again. I can see that, but there's got to be some kind of women's wrestling. Come on, Maynard. What are you doing? I want to see the women, man. You know what? A fight. You got some fighters in there, and I can understand why you didn't. But there's some young lady. Emily Wu's birthday, and there's not a women's match. Come on, man. Let's step it up, guys. But I can, you can't wear that out. You got a good thing going there. So that was my take. All right, East Bay Pro Wrestling. That's a wrap on that. Baker, bro, you out there, man? Let's talk some 49ers, baby. Emily Wu, if you're still out there, happy birthday. Let's talk some San Francisco 49ers, baby. 49ers. All right, hey. Baker, bro, you're going to be the first person I go live with. Are you ready? I'll be live. Live action. View, let's see. I'm going live with Baker, bro.
I'm ready, brother.
Hey, brother, how you doing, man?
Good, man. What's happening?
Brother, I just got back from work changing lives. Hey, I gotta say, before we get into the Niners, man, I gotta say one thing about it before I get into fans gone wild. There's not another sport or not a form of entertainment that can bring people together. We don't even know it, like, brother, like wrestling. I believe in Jesus, but I got friends if I met overseas whoever, like just through the internet, who are not weirdos. If you are a weirdo, we're cool, man. Like you can have a conversation I live close to San Francisco, and you just be like, people won't even look at you, right? And you got this, and like it was the first time we chatted like this, but I feel like we have that connection, it's like so that's why I want to say we'll talk about later about what's the because I don't know if you're a wrestling fan, you want to talk a little bit, right, Baker Bro? Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
but you don't.
You call me Brett, by the way, Brett. That's my first name.
What is
I
it?
just like Baker Bro's my handle, but my name's Brett.
Brett,
But, yeah,
the
no,
Hitman, baby.
It's all good. Wrestling just, yeah, you're right. There's no other sport like it. And I do say sport, you know,
Right.
because, I've been to the live matches, and, even if it's East Bay, which is a phenomenal wrestling school and wrestling promotion, or if you've been to, some more corporate stuff. I call WWE corporate because,
Yeah,
that's kind of what it is at this.
Yeah, I don't want to put it down. No, I gotta be.
But these are athletes,
Absolutely,
at every
absolutely.
level. It's athletes.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
So,
Yeah.
the fans of the sport, we appreciate what these men and women do,
Right.
And that's why it's a different thing than just being a Niner fan, which I love.
Right.
Meeting other Niners and such, but being a wrestling fan is like. It's this whole other thing. You get excited. You go, oh, you're a wrestling fan? Oh, man, when did you start wrestling? When did you start? And it just becomes this, like, almost like a secret handshake kind of thing,
Right.
And,
that's
I agree with you, man.
So we could look, jabroni, or you could like, oh, yeah, or, DMD.
That's how far back I go. Remember when he checked you into the SmackDown Hotel on Jabroni Drive and Know Your Role Boulevard?
Right. Yeah. So we'll go. I don't know if you want to hang in there, but there's something about the sport, professional wrestling or sports entertainment. It brings these characters. If you have a personality, it lets you express your personality, and it's like even though it's not, it's real. It's like you can relate. There's something relatable about these people. Jim Cornette don't call them characters. I don't know what the hell you call them. These performers, these talents that kind of get you through your day. They're just something, and it just whether whatever your culture is, whatever your religion is, and it's like you could have a conversation about pro wrestling, but let's and that's how we connected. And I appreciate Bret. Let's talk. You know what? I'm gonna break this game down. This was a must win. Vikings are in a very similar situation. So I do want to say, I'm gonna set the background. The Niners. The quarterback situation. I just want to get straight to the point. They were banking on their defense. They had no secondary and they had no running backs. Like they're in a bad position. I want to. They were banking on Bret, who was good. They had Bret, Mosley, K'Wan Williams. You got Ward and you got Tart. That's nice. You got two good. You got a number one corner, a nice two, a really top grade nickel corner, which in Williams, and you got Ward and Tart. They're very versatile. They were all darn hurt.
Yeah.
But you can't. In the end, right.
But you still got some good dudes on the field.
Right.
You still got Bosa in there grinding people up.
Right.
You still got Armstead on the line.
Yeah.
Right. What's his name that caught the two picks?
Shire.
Shire, yeah.
But Greenlaw was hurt too. So it's like if you can't cover, okay, they got Josh Norman, but at least he knows they were on the field with guys who don't know which way to run yet. So it's like you were banking on Raheem and Wilson. You're a running team. Your two top backs were out. You drafted Sherman and Mitchell. Who's good? They don't know what they're doing yet. They're just rookies.
But then Elijah Mitchell, who's just out of nowhere, just producing like a beast.
Right. Right. So to set up, I'm gonna set this up really. To set it up, okay, they're losing, but the guys are back, and you got Mitchell who's kind of figured it out. So you know, I
If you can stay healthy.
yeah. So
Yeah,
the Niners are the classic. If they can stay healthy, they're healthier and they're winning. Okay, but this Vikings game was big. 5-5. It just Shanahan was getting heat. The teeth, they were hurt. You can't you know, when their guys are there, when they're there, they're good. But this is a huge game. I'm gonna set it up. At the interception, Garoppolo, he's looking here, he throws it nowhere, and I gotta say, what the first thing that caught my attention, I want your thoughts on this. You saw Shanahan giving Garoppolo the business. He's yelling. You could I don't remember seeing that before, and I'm like, you know what? That's, you know what? I don't think you need to yell at someone to be a leader. But I think Shanahan told, like, you got to get this in, because now it's time. It's time. This is week 10. You got to put up or show up. And boy, let me take my notes. Mitchell,
he's been showing.
Yeah. So
I had this theory about Jimmy that I'd formed ever since they went to the Super Bowl and lost. And there was something about Jimmy I couldn't understand. He had a great passer rating. He's got a great win record when he's playing.
Yeah.
As opposed when he's not in the game for the Niners, they have a horrible win-loss record.
Yeah.
And I figured out there's this thing about Jimmy. He tends to only produce when he's got a fire kind of lit underneath